Hey guys, how's it going? Chris here with AC, and I am back at Universal Studios Hollywood for another Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift update. And since I was here 2 weeks ago, a lot has happened. Last week, the park made an official announcement revealing one of the vehicles, which is the 1970 Dodge Charger, Dom's Charger, which we knew was gonna, one of the vehicles was gonna be. And then the other three, there's gonna be 4 on each train, are other vehicles from the franchise. They've also started doing a pull-through. Now, they've been doing pull-throughs through the station, and it was on the brake run when I was here last time, but now it's actually going through the course, so I'm gonna check that out as well, and let's just see what's up. All right. One little thing that I did want to show you before I headed into the park is the progress on the new security area, and gosh, they've done a lot. There's foundation work, there's form work, they're pouring concrete, there's an even bigger pile of dirt. So they are moving quickly on here, which seems to be the theme of anything here at Universal. As I make my way over to the pull-through, I gotta stop by and see the car that they have on display. And this thing is just gorgeous. This has gotta be the prettiest coaster car that I've ever seen. And this is just one of 4 unique cars for the train. They are knocking it out of the park here. And also those wonderful lap bars, great to see. Well, just look at that. This is what everybody has been wanting to see. It's what I've been wanting to see. They are doing a pull-through, actively doing a pull-through. It's so nice to catch the workers on site. When I was here last time, it was just sitting on the brake run with nothing happening because it was raining. So what happens here is you can see they have a series of winches that are connected, and well, just like it sounds, they are pulling it through the track. They are not only checking the clearances for riders and whatnot, make sure there's no supports in the way. Obviously, all those calculations should have been made. But they can also go through and make sure all the wheels align, there's no imperfections in the track. And well, here it is. I had a feeling, or I was fearing, because it was here yesterday, I was following some others online, that they might have pulled it up and over here overnight, because I can't imagine they're going to be going above us with the park open. On Monday, so today is Wednesday, on Monday it was going through this final inversion. They're going backwards. So it was on the final brake run when I was here 2 weeks ago. And then starting Monday, or I believe starting Monday, they started pulling it through. And it made its way over here. And then yesterday, I wanted to get here yesterday, but I didn't. And they completed the pull through underneath escalators. And last night or yesterday, late afternoon, this is where it ended. And this is where they're resuming. So really happy to see this. This is about as good of a look as I'm ever gonna get. This is so crazy to see. When it's operating, it's gonna be going by so fast, I'm not gonna be able to get a really nice close footage of it like I am now. As I'm watching them work, just gonna do a guess here and say that they are transferring the load from one winch to the other. There is, you can see the red strap that's tied off to the track that's closest to the train. Well, now it's up as much as it can go. So they'll transfer it to the one up here. And then once all that is connected, they can pull the car up even further. Just waiting for that to happen. All right, yeah, so kind of like I was saying, they are gonna pull it up even further by attaching another cable. Obviously you want more than one contact point. There's already one that looks to be under tension. There's also some pulleys that are don't have any cable on it yet. And then we have this under tension with the strap closest to the car. So once they attach the other cable, they can detach that and they can bring it up even further. I'm sure that's gonna happen here within the next 20, 30 minutes. They just attached another strap for the cable that they're putting on. And then we'll put that under tension. Guy down here is kind of helping guide things, or at least he was just a second ago. Yeah, you can see the strap with the pulley, and they'll put the cable through there. Looks like I have a rope to guide it. Okay, they're guiding the cable up. Well, the entire winch as well. Looks like they have an electric winch, although I have seen a manual one being used as well. And then let's see down here what they're doing. Communication is key on projects like this. A lot of things you need to discuss before you're doing them. It is a very complicated and can be a dangerous job if you're not communicating correctly. It's a tedious process at the moment, but once they get that on there under tension, I'm sure we're going to see some movement here, and that train's going to go up pretty fast, go up the track backwards. All the way up high, the workers in the blue cherry picker are attaching another strap, and I believe that's where the winch is going to be. And then just further down there where the orange cherry picker is, they're going to put the cable around the pulley, and then at some point here, the car is going to come up. Definitely not a job that I think I would be able to do without completely making my pants brown. Okay, there he goes, getting it attached to the pulley. Looks like they're going to guide the cable over to the empty pulley on the right. We're getting close here. I think once that gets attached, that's when we're going to see the strap nearest the car get removed. It's a process here. In editing, this is not going to seem quite as long, but I've been standing here for quite a while now. Okay, everything is attached, and actually I was wrong. It's a really big manual winch that they're using, which makes sense given the weight of everything. Yeah, look at that long bar on there. Awesome. It'd be faster if they had an electric winch, but at least to get it with minimum tension on there, and then they could always use manual tension or manual bar if they wanted to. But I'm sure they have their reasonings for how they're doing this. The cable now appears to be pretty tight. Tight like a tiger. As the worker down here looks like he's gonna eventually position himself to detach the strap nearest the car. As they talk amongst themselves and figure out their next move. Hopefully they move the car before going to lunch. We are getting closer to noon now. Well, after about 10 or 15 minutes of waiting, they took the strap off and they're putting it back on in a different location. Clearly, it was not where they needed it to be. And now they are ratcheting it again. And hopefully, this is the spot they need it at. And then we'll see the car move. As I'm here just hanging out, waiting for the car to move, I was just thinking about something. And I've been wondering for some time if they were going to do the pull-through before they installed the sound shield, which is going to look like the one over the escalator here, this big steel and glass structure. There's going to be a very similar one that's going to go over top and down here, blocking the sound from going out towards the golf course and all the homes and, of course, the sound stages. Now, if they did install that sound shield, these guys here, especially the ones behind it on the blue cherry picker, they wouldn't be able to get up there very well. So I'm guessing that the pull through is happening now because with the shield in the way, it would be just way, way too difficult to get workers up there to do the pull through. Of course, the car is completely blocking the view of the strap getting detached, but definitely looks like that's what they're doing right now. We'll know here in just a second. Yeah, off comes the chain. And we should see some loosening of, yeah, there's a mini straps there. There's one strap that just came off. As he climbs up and takes off the part around the track. So happy that I came today. I'm getting this coverage. This is one of the coolest spots to see because you have this beautiful view in the distance and you can really get a scale of how big this is and how high up we are with the hill and everything. With the newly installed cable under tension, I think they're going to ratchet it just slightly, get tension off the strap that they need to take off. Yeah, there they go with that. Just putting a little bit more tension on the cable. Well, in a second, I guess. And he's unbolting the strap now. And it's coming off. Just like that. An hour and a half later. Like I've said, this is a lot of work. Sometimes feels like they're moving really fast, and other times, it just takes some time to do all the things that you need to maneuver the car along the track, and it is not an easy process. Both cables are tight. He's telling him to go up. And you can see the car just slightly move up the track. We have some double winch action going on up here as they simultaneously put tension on both the cables. Bringing the car ever so slightly up the track. The strap is getting moved to another location as he climbs up the track. With the cherry pickers coming down, it's quite possible they're going to take a lunch here. Yeah, here they come to rescue the guy stuck on the track for the last, I don't know how many hours. I've been here for, I think, almost 2 hours. Let's take a look from the escalator. Sweet. Awesome work, guys. As I wait for the workers to return from lunch, let's just take a look at the entire project here. Now, when they made the announcement last week, they also released an animation and some pictures. And it's looking like this whole hillside is just gonna be gravel. And this structure behind the station is not gonna get any kind of skin. It's just gonna be wide open. A little surprised with that, even though it does go with that industrial theme. It's gonna look a little bit weird. And then we also have a lot of those sound wall supports going up as well. Of course, from this vantage point, you're not gonna see too much of the gravel and the dirt. It's just gonna be a big wall. But here it is. One more final look as I come back towards the escalators and give you a last look from this perspective. All right, well, there it is. Time to move along. And when I say move along, I don't mean very far, because I just take another 10, 15 steps and we get another look at the far end of the project with all the sound wall beams going in, and just a closer look at this queue structure up here. Now, with it not being enclosed, the cool thing is that you're gonna get some really, really awesome vantage points of the coaster in operation as you wait, and that wait is gonna be a long one. Down here at the lower lot now, just to give you a quick update on the retaining wall project, and it has dropped a lot since I was here. Now, just like they did up with Fast and Furious, this is a soldier pile retaining wall. You have those soldier piles that go vertically into the ground as deep as they need to go for how far they're going down. And oh, look, some welding right there. And then you have lagging that goes horizontally across to stabilize the dirt. And by the look of the excavator in the distance, it looks like they're gonna go down all the way to the asphalt road here. And of course, it's speculated that it might be for a location for the studio tour to get relocated. We'll see. Obviously, the wall down here, as I pointed out before, this existing wall wasn't doing too well because it has the additional bracing. So there's probably just some stability issues with this hill as well. And there it is. There goes Jurassic World with its epic splashdown. And then peeking above the trees, we have that inversion for Fast and Furious, almost making it look like it's Velocicoaster. For those wondering, everything is good over here. Underneath the lawn section here, we have workers hooking stuff up, doing something. It's kind of hard to see from this distance, but there they are. Coming up the stairs now, getting my leg work in. And I cannot wait to see the awesome train drop out of the station there and come over here. It looks like it's gonna be wide open for us to look at. There's gonna be a lot of nerds like me on these stairs getting video and pictures and whatnot. Just so many incredible vantage points of this ride. Obviously, the section that comes up over the escalators, just all over the place. Let me finish coming up the stairs here, huff and puff, and take a look at it from up here. They're working on the queue area, or perhaps an extended queue, which will be getting a lot of use. I imagine this is going to be a very popular ride for a very, very long time. So here it is from here. I'm going to go over to the overlook and take a look from there. Quick stop to look at the station as I make my way over to the overlook. And with the release of new concept art, we now know the entrance is going to be on the left here, underneath the turnaround back into the station. And there'll be queue. And then on the left of the building, there's going to be a giant Fast and Furious mural or projection. It's kind of hard to tell, but I'm guessing it'll be a mural. And then where we have the set of 3 windows on the right, my guess is that's going to be the exit and gift shop. It's nice and quiet over here at the overlook. That's what I like. A lot of times to come over here and there's so many people that I can't get up against this rail and look at everything. Wow, there are a lot of guys, a lot of workers in that extended queue building, or however they're going to use it. Now let's look down here. And like I was showing from the other angle, a giant sound wall is finally going in. as you look all the way out into the distance. I hope it looks awesome when they finish it, but by the looks of the artwork or the animation, it's going to be a pretty basic wall with some horizontal like lagging or lath in there, I guess. So not too much to report on from over here, but just wanted to show you. Well, how is this for timing? I was just killing some time and then figured I'd walk over to this vantage point by the Simpsons ride that I have neglected to come to all these times I've been here. And the moment I get here, they're back from lunch. So this is incredible to see. And with the angle of the sun, and that's usually why I don't come over here. Usually the sun is pointing at me, so I'm not here early enough to catch it from this perspective without being blinded. The sun is behind me, and this just looks incredible from here. Wow, I am glad I'm over here. As they ratchet, the car is slowly moving up. At least that's the plan. It's really hard to see looking at my small screen right now. Oh yeah, it is moving just ever so slightly. It's a good thing they have those lines on the wheels. Makes it easier to see. Coming back over here now, get a closer look at the work. And it is a bit surprising that they aren't using a crane because, well, I think the last pull through that I saw for a coaster was way back in 2002 with Accelerator, and that thing is 200 feet tall, and they just used a crane and pulled it through, and it went pretty fast. But right now, things have slowed down considerably compared to Monday and Tuesday. Like with watching the grass grow, you don't realize how far something has moved or grown until you look back. But I was just looking back at pictures that I took when I first got here about 5 hours ago, and the car was between that support and that support, and now it is almost past this support up here. It is one of those days where things are moving a little bit slower than they did the previous days, but these guys are doing amazing work here regardless of how fast or slow they move in a given day. All right, guys, well, that's going to do it from Universal Studios Hollywood. I want to thank you very much for watching. Also, I have videos at Magic Mountain and Knott's Berry Farm with their construction project as well. So if you haven't checked those videos out, I do invite you to check those out. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please consider subscribing. It does help me out a great deal. I'm covering all these parks here in Southern California and a lot of other stuff as well. I'll be at Epic Universe next month, or at least that's my plan. So I will have a video from there. And anyway, I'll see you again really soon. Take care. Bye now.